Well, they asked you to be a role player. Your team wins a playoff game, and then you're pouting in the locker room. I applaud the Houston Texans for cutting him. I applaud Nick Caserio and D'Amico Ryans not putting up with that attitude from wide receiver number 5.
Ooh, what up, H-Town? Hey, how we doing?
He's blank. I am Branham. It's Brian behind the glass, and it's a Tuesday edition of the Killer Bees on ESPN 97.5 and ESPN 92.5. Taco Tuesday edition of the Killer Bees. I invented it. I hope everybody had their tacos today because it is Taco Tuesday. A lot's happening today, which we'll get to all of it. Rockets playing a good game. We'll get to that in just a moment. Just a moment. We'll review all of the film after watching the All-22. What are the Dallas Cowboys doing? That's always fun to kind of look to see what Jerry Jones is up to. Cash him or trash him, because it is a Tuesday after all. And that game last night, little Monday Night Football playoff action. How about this news of Diontae Johnson getting waived? Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I just think it's like we had talked about. You know, you can kick the tires and bring in a guy and then find out if it was him or if it was them. And at a certain point, you don't have anything committed to him, to where if he's not doing what you're expecting him to do and he's not saying, he said one thing and did another, then as much as we talked about yesterday, like he's a good route runner, he should be getting, more looks based on the way Mechie played. Ain't got time for that. At this point in the season, you do not have the time to screw around with a guy that's blowing tantrums, as reported, while everybody else is celebrating in the locker room after a playoff victory because he didn't get the looks and the time that he wanted. Then take your happy home.
Yeah, I wouldn't this shouldn't be something that makes the Texans, and I don't think it will, reluctant to do this type of thing going forward, because what did this cost you?
Right.
It cost you nothing. It cost you a few bucks, and I don't care if they spend a few bucks. So, you continue to make these moves. It was low risk, and it was some reward. I wouldn't even say medium reward. It was some reward. But the risk of this was very simple. If he acts out, you cut him and you spend a few dollars. Oh, well. He didn't cost anybody else an opportunity. This was worth the try. And then, yes, on the Deontay Johnson front, okay, well, the guy doesn't care about being on a winning football team. It's very clear that all Deontay Johnson cares for is Deontay Johnson playing a lot and getting the football, because he did the same thing with Baltimore. Oh, I'm not going to check in the second half because my role is too small. They suspend him. They eventually waive him. The Texans, same thing. And, I went back and I looked at the tweets. Well, this is a fresh start. This team cares about the team, and I'm here for the team as well. His quote, in fact, was, "Team first. Everybody's about the team. I'm about the team too, so I'm doing whatever the coaches asked me to do." Well, they asked you to be a role player. Your team wins a playoff game, and then you're pouting in the locker room. I applaud the Houston Texans for cutting him. I applaud Nick Caserio and D'Amico Ryans not putting up with that attitude from wide receiver number 5.
I'm totally in agreement with that, because of the fact that, one, it's the time of the year, but two, it sends the message to your locker room that you're not just going to blow smoke at the media and everybody else to say that, we'll handle things internally and we do this way and blah, 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 and then you just don't know and you'll never find out. This way, we know very clear cut, hey, we're a no BS franchise. For D'Amico to go out of his way and say, hey, look, I don't care what happened in Baltimore. I'm only going to give you I'm only caring about giving you a fresh start, a clean slate, and see what you can do since once you get here. There's a big playbook to learn. So he's limited in what he can do on the field anyway, because he's just learning as he goes. I think it's pretty egotistical to come in here and after just 2 weeks assume that he should be on the field a lot more and he should be doing a lot more. It's like, you've got another team to pay you. They're a playoff team, so you're going to get playoff money as well. And there's a chance for you, depending on how deep this team goes. And we talked about it yesterday, that you could actually get the kind of minutes that the snaps that you're seeking. But be a happy camper, be a good Samaritan, a good teammate. Instead, you do this, and you're like, well, here's your pink slip. See you later. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. I like that they got rid of him. There's no time for that, and it's also a testament to some people will be, oh, there's we have the same rules for every player. No, that's not true. Diontae Johnson does this, he gets cut. If Nico Collins did this, You might bring him into the office and be like, hey, Nico, please stop doing that. All players are not treated the same. And this is an example of that. Nico Collins can pout in the locker room. Not that he would, but your stars can do just about whatever they want. Whenever you're the fifth wide receiver, you can't do whatever you want. So I'm glad the Texans did this.